Yes, dear Mr. President, my name is Joshua Müller-Gerbes. I'm a medical student from the University of Cologne in Germany, and I feel very honored to ask you the following question, which is, what do you think, when the terrible war is over, what will be changed in the point of view of Ukrainian students about the future of Europe, and what should we, as other European students, learn from them?
Well, that was a very difficult phrasing, or maybe that was a very difficult interpretation. Or it was like the students try to have, everything mixed into one question. Let me try and answer them, and then you will say whether you intended that as the question. So, when this war is going to over, well, how I understood this question, when this war will be over, how we can help? Well, usually you do help when the war is still in progress. Look, we are doing everything possible for this war to end. So, and we are fighting, and we don't need a frozen conflict on our territory. We want to push Russians out of the territory of Ukraine, and we don't want to have any other continuation of the war. We want to be free, and once again, to remind that we're not in a puppet theater, President Putin, but we are a country with dignity. Now, how the student community can help? Well, in many ways, students are the bravest. That's to continue the topic of my statement. We had two revolutions in support of the freedom and our European choice. We had the war started. Now, in all of those activities, the first on the Maidan, the first on this revolution, the first were the youth. They were coming the first. The students were coming first because this is a unique energy. Now, after the war, what do we need to do? We will need to recover and reinvent the destroyed country of Ukraine. We would need to restore a future fully fledged member to the European Union. We would need to restore the Ukraine, and that would require some support and assistance in development and contribution and thoughts. So there would need to be a contribution in the recovery and renovation of Ukraine. So we would be happy to invite the students with their ideas, with their knowledge. We're happy to invite them to Ukraine. And you said that you're a medical student. Now that's something that is very important for Ukraine, because surely you know that there's a lot of wounded people, and you know what type of war it is. There is also a matter of psychological challenges brought by the war. There's also a question of mental health. Now, all of those questions are very topical after the war, so surely we would need your support in our territory after the war. Although that's going to be a win-win environment for Ukraine, that would be really an assistance from people like you, and for you, it will be more experience.
Ви це мали на увазі?
Now, was that your question was about, or no? Have I answered the question?
Yeah, it was fine. Thank you very much.